Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, Malaysia Airlines has issued the list of 227 passengers, including 12 air crews on board of its missing MH370 that departed from KLIA at 12:41 hours on 8 March 2014 and expected to arrive in Beijing at 6:30 hours on the same day. Following the said announcement, two individuals, one Italian and one Austrian, have issued statement that they were not the passenger listed on board of MH370 flight manifest. Both claim that their passport that were used by the passenger on board the said aircraft were previously reported stolen, and it was then confirmed by the Interpol. Based on this statement, Department of Immigration has formed a team to investigate, and our findings are as follows. Australian passport, Mr. Kozel Christian. Arrival at KLIA. The subject arrived at KLIA on 28 February 2014 on Friday at 20:28 hours and presented himself at counter K42 for immigration clearance by the immigration officer on duty. The subject produced his Australian passport number P2979523. The immigration officer then processed the immigration clearance based on the Department of Immigration Standard Operating Procedure or SOP by verifying that the bearer and the image on the biodata page in the produced passport were matched. Additionally, the immigration officer also posed a relevant question to the subject, including the reason for his travelling into the country. And then the immigration officer issued social visit pass valid for 90 days to the subject, effective from 28 February to 28 May 2014, once he was satisfied with the immigration inspection. Departure from KLIA. The subject presented himself at counter K30 on 7 March 2014, Friday, at 20:07 hours for immigration clearance by the immigration officer on duty. The subject then produced his Austrian passport number P2979523 together with the boarding pass to flight MH370. After verification that the subject's entry into the country was in order and his social visit pass was still valid, the subject was then allowed to proceed with his journey. And the immigration officer on duty has processed the immigration clearance based on the Department of Immigration SOP. Italian passport, Mr. Miraldi Luigi. Arrived at KLIA. The subject arrived at KLIA on 28 February 2014, Friday, at 20:31 hours, and presented himself at counter K49 for immigration clearance by the immigration officer on duty. The subject produced his Italian passport number YA3189197 and claimed that he has arrived from Phuket by QR849. The immigration officer has processed the immigration clearance based on the Department of Immigration SOP by verifying that the bearer and the image on the biodata page in the produced passport were matched. Additionally, the immigration officer also posed relevant questions to the subject, including the reason for his travelling into the country. And the immigration officer then issued social visit pass valid for 90 days to the subject, effective from 28 February to 28 May 2014, once he was satisfied with the immigration inspection. Departure from KLIA. The subject presented himself at counter K31 on 7 March 2014, Friday, at 20:43 hours for immigration clearance by the immigration officer on duty. The subject produced his Italian passport number YA3189197 together with boarding pass for flight MH370. After verification that the subject entry into the country was in order and his social visit pass was still valid, the subject was then allowed to proceed with his journey. And the immigration officer on duty has process the immigration clearance based on the Department of Immigration SOP. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate that all the department's SOP have been followed by the immigration officer on duty at KLIA in conducting the immigration clearance and verification of the two subjects. Thank you.